On behalf of the University of South Dakota, we are extremely excited to announce that we've reached agreement with the Sioux Falls Sports Authority to move our October 20th game against North Dakota State to Howard Wood Field here in Sioux Falls. Kick time will be 6 o'clock, and I can tell you that our team and our coaching staff are very excited to take our show on the road up I-29 and looking forward to the event very much. You know, this is an aggressive move for us, but it's one that we're very, very prepared to take, and benefit from and capitalize from. Anyone that hasn't kind of seen this come and hasn't really been paying attention. What I mean by that is the university as a whole has put a lot of effort in making a stronger presence in Sioux Falls felt by the community. We've been sending our team up here to practice. We've been doing coaches meetings up here on a weekly basis. We've had lunch meetings over lunch with the U, we call it, here in Sioux Falls, the second Thursday of every month. The university has recently opened a foundation and admissions recruiting office here in Sioux Falls. So this has all been part of a bigger mission for the university to get a foothold in Sioux Falls and also align ourselves corporately with companies here in Sioux Falls. So it's an exciting time for us to move forward. We've worked real hard in Vermilion to improve our game day atmosphere. I can tell you that in my 2 years here, we've seen tremendous strides in tailgating and ticket sales and involvement at the games, and my staff can't be more excited to replicate that effort here in Sioux Falls and show everybody what Vermilion's all about in terms of bringing Coyote fans in and having a good time with them. So I look forward to working with our staff. Tailgating, I can assure everyone back in Vermilion, we're going to basically take our tailgating square and just move it up here to Sioux Falls and replicate everything we're doing. Students, very important piece of our puzzle. I met with Student Government Association 2 nights ago. They're extremely excited. They're on board. We're going to be busing students up and back. For those that want to come, we'll provide that for them and provide them tickets through the Sports Authority to the game. And we look forward to welcoming students. They're a big part of our atmosphere, and we look forward to having them at the game. Tickets, it's in the release you see there. Right now, tickets are on sale for season tickets for the Coyotes, and that's the only way to get a ticket for this game at this moment. Starting August 1st, we open up to the general public and look forward to Coyote fans snatching up those tickets early and getting going on the process. So, it's just, again, I'm going to introduce President Abbott, who, without his leadership and vision, this wouldn't have happened. He's done a tremendous job for our university, as everybody knows, and I want to thank him as a boss for being supportive of everything we're doing in athletics. And with that said, I'll introduce Jim Abbott.
Mike, Jim, Mr. Mayor, it's really a pleasure to be here today. It's always a good idea, in my opinion, to spread the red. And I think it's a particularly good idea to spread the red in Sioux Falls. I think, clearly, Sioux Falls is the largest city in the state. It's the city where we have the most alums of any city in the state. I think we have about 6,000 alums and their families here in Sioux Falls. So I think to have one game in Sioux Falls is a great idea. It allows us an opportunity to do something a little different, gives our students a chance to do something a little different as well, and certainly our fans and North Dakota State fans will have a great time and a great weekend in Sioux Falls. Thanks.
Thank you, David. Mr. President, thank you. I want to introduce now, as I said earlier, the Sioux Falls #1 cheerleader and fan and spreader of the good word throughout this nation. Always been supportive of the Sports Authority and what we've tried to do and what we are trying to do. So I'd like to bring up Mayor Hugh.
Thanks, Mike.
I don't know if any of you read today's Argus Leader, but there was a comment made by this new young buck, and if you read it, the excitement level within those words was just palpable. And I know that Mike said that I'm the biggest cheerleader for this city and for this state, but then all of a sudden you get President Abbott and David Saylor. They go out and they hire this coach, Joe Glenn guy, who is trying to become an even bigger cheerleader for not only the USD and not only for Vermilion, but yes, all of a sudden he turns around and he's cheerleading for the city of Sioux Falls and yes, the great state of South Dakota. And that's what's happening here today. we've got people that are looking beyond their own special interests. They are visionary. They are out of the box thinkers, and they're doing things differently. And who's going to win? We're all going to win. In this particular case, because of the out of the box thinking and the leadership of President Abbott and David and the rest of the team at USD, the fans are going to win. The student athletes are going to win. And then ultimately, all of South Dakota is going to win by making this move. And I just cannot thank you enough for that leadership and that vision. When the Coyotes beat the Bison on October 20th, we will all win. University of South Dakota will win. South Dakota will win. And yes, the city of Sioux Falls will win. And for that, we have 156,300 people here in our great city. President Abbott and David and all the USD fans out there, and we are truly blessed to have you consider our city as your host city for that big day. Go Coyotes.
Thank you, Mayor. There was one face made when you mentioned the USD victory in the audience. I won't say who it was. I think there's one Bison out there. That's all right. It's good. Now I'd like to bring up Mr. James Entenman, the owner of J&L Harley, city councilman, owner of the tourism board, or member of the tourism board, and member of 5 or 6 other things. But representing as vice chairman of the sports authority, Mr. Jim Entenman.
Thank you very much. This is really exciting, and I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of the Sioux Falls Sports Authority and our board members that are attending here, Cheryl Dodd, Bob Timian, Mark Miley, and Brian Jans, who are here to welcome you and thank you all for coming. This is truly exciting, and we are really looking forward to it. This is the mission of the Sioux Falls Sports Authority. This is to bring quality, exciting events to the Sioux Falls and to our citizens, and we're really happy that this is one of those things. I am challenging the mayor, though, and I will be the first one to put up my money. I will buy him a red jersey so that he can attend this game in style, and it is truly, truly exciting. And I'd like to thank David and Mike and President Abbott for all their work in making this thing happen, and it's truly an exciting time. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. We do think it is the beginning of a great, great partnership with the University of South Dakota, and we look forward to doing some other things, and I'm sure we will do other events with them, and the opportunity to bring college athletic or college sporting events that normally aren't here into town and gather some of that economic impact that we'll get is exactly what we're after. So these board members that Jim just mentioned and himself allow me the opportunity to go out and get these things and work on them and bring them into our city, and we're certainly proud to do that.